You guys saw the title of this video. Today we're going to be unboxing our recent book outlet order. It's been a little bit, I think, since we've ordered from them. They are our favorite online discount bookstore, and normally I think we go book shopping at least once a month, and I don't think we went yet. But like we say every time we're on the website, we're always so impressed with the selection that they have now.
It used to be rough back in the day.
It used to be books no one's ever heard of, but they were still good, and now they have so many popular titles for such a good price. We couldn't stop ourselves.
You would think today's video is sponsored, but it is not. But we do have a referral code that will get you $5 off your first order of $25 or more. So if you like any of these books, we will have that link in the description.
Okay, I'm excited. We never remember what we order.
They had so many good options this time. Like, I had a hard time of picking just a few.
I miss when they were doing sales every week though. They're still good prices, but I'm waiting for that like 20% off.
Now that they have the good books, they're like, no.
Yeah. Our box is full, so let's go through them. So the first one I have here is Dolly Alderton's Dear Dolly. You guys know I've been loving her writing. I believe this one is nonfiction, and I think it's a collection of short stories. It says advice and answers to your questions about dating, love, sex, family, friendship, and more from the author of Everything I Know About Love, which I loved that memoir, so I know that I'm gonna love this one. And it looks short, so I think I can read it soon.
The first one I was so surprised to see that they had is Fangirl Down by Tessa Bailey. I'm in a little pickle with Tessa Bailey because I loved her It Happened One Summer series, but I did not like the Secretly Yours series. So we're gonna see if I like this one. I think I will because I myself am a fangirl with like sports. Wells was once golf's hottest rising star, but lately all he has to show for his promising career is a killer hangover, a collection of broken clubs, and one remaining supporter. No matter how bad he plays, the beautiful sunny redhead is always on the sidelines. When Wells quits in a blaze of glory and his fangirl finally goes home, he knows he made the greatest mistake of his life. Grumpy Sunshine is such a hit or miss for me. Like, he can't be too much of a grump, so I'm interested to see if I'm gonna like this. So we'll see.
The next book I have is Animal by Lisa Taddeo, and I've been wanting this book for quite some time. So it says Joan has spent a lifetime enduring the cruelties of men, but when one of them commits a shocking act of violence in front of her, she flees to New York City in search of Alice, the only person alive who could help her make sense of her past. Joan unravels a horrific event she witnessed as a child that has haunted her every waking moment while forging the power to finally strike back. Taddeo illustrates one woman's exhilarating transformation from prey to predator. This one sounds pretty powerful. I've heard good things about it, so I hope that I love it.
Another one I got is The Dead Romantics by Ashley Poston. I have read The 7-Year Slip by this author, and I really loved that one. I think it made my favorites of last year, so I am interested in reading something else from this author. Florence Day is the ghostwriter for one of the most prolific romance authors in the industry, and she has a problem. After a terrible breakup, she no longer believes in love. It's as good as dead. When her new editor, a too handsome mountain of a man, won't give her an extension on her book deadline, Florence prepares to kiss her career goodbye. Florence receives a call that she needs to return back home and help her family. So it seems like she ends up seeing a ghost, and it says he's just as broad and handsome as ever, and he's just as confused about why he's there as she is. I don't know, I really loved that other book by her, so I'm sure I'm gonna like this one too. I wonder if all of her books have that kind of theme of loss and ghosts, but I'm excited to read this one.
The next book I have is The Christmas Guest by Peter Swanson. I was talking about this book last year because I wanted to read it during the holiday season, so now that I have a physical copy, I have to read it this year. It just seems like a fun mystery Christmas book. It says this is going to be a spine-chilling story of an American student spending the holidays in a British manor house where she discovers dangerous secrets and a grim history hidden behind a seemingly charming Christmas celebration. That's just so fun, and it will be a tiny book to read around the holiday season. I know that this author writes a lot of mystery thrillers, and I've always heard good things about his writing, so I can't wait for this one.
So I finally got my hands on The Haunting by Natasha Preston. I always hear about this author, and I always see girlies on Book Talk comparing books to this one. Penny knows she must forget about her ex Nash ever since his father was revealed as the brutal serial killer who traumatized their small town last Halloween. Penny's parents have forbidden her to have anything to do with Nash or his family. It's hard not to think of him, but she's trying. That sucks.
That sucks. But valid on the parents' part.
Yeah. But then I'd be scared like there's something wrong with him too.
Exactly, because I feel like sometimes it's passed down.
That stops when she goes shopping with friends for a costume. What she finds instead is ripped from a horror movie. Someone from school bleeding out on the floor of a dressing room, stabbed. People are quick to blame Nash and his sister Grace, but as Halloween nears and the body count rises, Penny can't help thinking the copycat killer is someone no one else suspects. I always see this author's books anytime we're book shopping, so I'm hoping I'm gonna love her.
The next book I have is Total by Rebecca Miller. This is another collection of short stories, which is so ironic because I always say it's hard for me to read short stories, but I guess I'm drawn to them because I keep trying. It says each of the 7 stories in total is a world of its own, painted with vivid strokes whose people and questions stay with the reader long after the story has ended. Jode, one of the first characters we meet, finds onion skin pages crammed in a locked desk drawer while refurbishing a Hudson Valley farmhouse. The terrifying words on the fragile paper haunt Jode and her husband, the woman who wrote them looming over the couple like a malevolent spirit. What? What are they finding written on these pages? Like, I have to know. That's so creepy. I've never read anything by this author, but if I like this, I'm definitely going to check out her other work. I have seen good things about this, though.
The last one I got is The Things We Leave Unfinished by Rebecca Yarros. I had this book a while ago, and I unfortunately decided to just give it away. That was before this author came out with Fourth Wing, so that's my bad. And this book has a fantastic rating on Goodreads, and y'all know I love my sad books sometimes. 28-year-old Georgia has to start over after she gave up almost everything in a brutal divorce. The New York house, the friends, and her pride. Now back home at her late great-grandmother's estate in Colorado, she finds herself face to face with Noah Harrison, the best-selling author of 1 million books. These two end up reading her late grandmother's story that she was writing, and as they're reading the manuscript, they start to realize why Scarlett never finished the book, and it's based on her real-life romance with a World War II pilot.
That's sad.
That is sad. I see now. This sounds really good, and it has a little bit of that historical fiction that I love. I might need to add this one to the top of my TBR list. I'm so glad I got this one back.
The last little book I got, this one I'm really excited for because it's by Madeline Miller. We know if it's by Madeline Miller, I'm gonna love it. This one is called Galatea, and I'm so excited to read it. It says an enchanting story that boldly reimagines the myth of Galatea and Pygmalion. So it says in ancient Greece, the marble sculpture of a beautiful woman, Galatea, is given the blessing of life. Her sculptor marries her and they have a daughter together, but the sculptor is a controlling and jealous man who does not want Galatea to know the world. In a desperate bid to control her, he locks Galatea away and keeps her under the constant supervision of doctors and nurses. Galatea, however, yearns for independence. She has a daughter to rescue and is determined to break free whatever the cost. Ugh, men.
It's like Gypsy Rose. Do you know what I mean though? Like her mom kept her with all the doctors and thinking she was sick.
I am really excited to read something from Madeline Miller. I've been needing to read another book by her, so I'm gonna be happy with this short story. I hope that I love it.
So these are all of the books we got from BookOutlet this time. We're starting to notice though, they have so many good books as we've said, but we owned so many of them.
We own all the popular ones already.
But the selection is fantastic.
So definitely go check out the website if you haven't yet. We know it's getting a lot more popular, so we're so happy about that. Reminder that we do have a referral link in the description, but you guys know if you've been around the channel, we are such big fans of BookOutlet. Please sponsor us. What else can we do? But this was just our most recent purchase. I'm so happy with all of these. These are ones that I've actually really wanted and I was surprised to see on there.
That's it for today's video, but make sure y'all join our Literal Besties Book Club. This month we are reading Cinnamon Bun Bookstore by Lori Gilmore, so we will leave that link in the description.
Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already, and we'll see you guys next time.
Penny knows she must forget about her ex, Nash, ever since his father...
This popped up and hit my leg.
Oh my god. Like, there you go.
I couldn't keep it in.
I didn't even feel it pop off.
I think this one's called Galati. Let me know if I'm pronouncing that wrong. I definitely am. But it says it's an enchanting story that boldly reimagines the myth of Galati and Pygmalion. I don't know how to say it. I'm sorry. I can't sound
Me
stupid.
reading any fantasy.
It's the last one. Let me just look it up.
Do you ever just want to like...
Galatea.
Galatea.